Different league, but now this is still MD2L. Different format though. So, Weekend Cup, essentially a smaller version, or I guess it's like RD2L Mini if you ever played at that. Might try and get a co-caster. We'll see. But I'm not sure yet. So that is something that is potentially happening. All right. Let's see. Hopefully not. So, oh boy, I'm just so tired. And it shouldn't be. Essentially, what's happening is there is 3 teams. The 5 people, excluding me, sitting in broadcast channels right now, is the 3rd team, and the first 2 teams go against each other. I assume the winner of this plays the 3rd team, and then the loser of that one plays the loser of this one, and then there's a grand finals. That would make the most sense anyways, I believe. Oh, I gotta fix. Dota seems to be like off kilter for some reason. It still is. 1 second. I have to like completely rearrange everybody's stream. Probably looks super weird right now. Just ignore that. That did not help Dota at all. There we go. Okay. Except now I don't have any sound. Oh no. And it's on the 2nd monitor. What, mate? Alright, huge difficulties right now, unfortunately. Not really sure what's happening. Okay then, Dota just died. Good. I might just have to cast off of the, Awesome! This is what happens when you don't solve technical issues. Beforehand. Hopefully the lobby's still up. I still don't have sound, but we'll fix that later. That might just be my fault too. Alright, 1 second. 1 second here. Okay, I think I have things fixed. So whenever they get started on the actual games, we are good to go. Just ignore half the technical issues to start out. This is how you get a co-caster, very professionally. If not, no big deal. But we can still get through this. Done it before. Oh no, there's too many players. It's gonna break. Oh, well, that was a shot. Wow, look at this professional logo. Oops. Look at this logo. Holy crap, that looks great. And then there's this one, but just ignore that one. This one looks great. That's fantastic.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm surprised. I don't know if that's like an actual brand or not. That's impressive. Alright, I don't think anyone's actually co-casting. But anyways, no big deal. We'll just go off of captain names, I guess. I can just memorize that Apache is on Radiant. And I think it's BO1s, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it's BO1s or not. We'll do Epi from the other team, since that seems like one of the more memorable names.
Remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team
The perks of not having any idea who is who to start on when I'm first casting a league, because I've done a lot of MD2L matches, so there are some recognizable names here. I've cast a lot of Apache and Arya, but I don't think I've done anybody. Oh no, I've cast a Benoy, but nobody else. Nobody else.
Remaining.
Outside of that.
5 seconds remaining.
Pretty casual band so far. I think in a league like this too, and especially this format, you just get rid of whatever is annoying to play against. And before I forget, Snapfire 2. Yeah, just again getting rid of things that are annoying. We might see a Void Spirit ban. I think that's the other one that is very prominent. And if you don't know what you're up against, just ban Void Spirit, like, just to be careful. Like, you might as well not let it into the pool, because it's a pretty risky hero to let through all the way. And they actually do. The other thing, too, is I've seen a lot of Clockwork bans as well, surprisingly, because I think Clockwork's a hero where you have to have somebody that can play it. It's not just you just throw somebody on it. It's not like a Lich or a Veno where you just throw somebody on it and they can play it. Speaking of Lich, easy opener. Like, I think it's a clear opener too. It's this Fantastic 5. Just throw it with a core. Juggernaut, Monkey, Slark. Like, pretty much every single core is great with Lich, except for maybe Drow. But even then, the slows don't stack too much. But I like it with Slark. I like it with Jug. Gives you a lot of extra catch-up and damage. That feels very nice. And then an Oracle pick. I forgot this hero existed. That's another one that I haven't seen picked in a very long time. Still very strong, a lot like Dazzle. I think you can dunk through the ult. So very similar to Dazzle in that way.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, I just haven't seen it too much. The Purge for the Lich Shield is very nice. Obviously can't use it against towers, so when you're pushing, that's not quite the counter that you're going to see. And we get the Clockwork too. Again, not a hero that you can just throw on anybody. I think the person that's playing Clockwork needs to know how to play it, and needs to know that they're really the tempo setter in the early game. No matter what position you play Clockwork as, you need to set the tempo of the game in like the first 10, 20 minutes, and then you fall off after minute 30. That's pretty much how you have to play Clockwork, and I don't think any patch is really going to change that. It's been that way for quite a while. We'll see what they want to go. Second pick, I mean, you could just go your core here, right? Like, Slark's very good right now. You want cores that can easily escape Clockwork Cogs, so you just don't have to worry about it in lane. The Venge isn't bad. It's okay. Again, just picking your support. Anyways, you want cores that don't have to worry about getting cogs and killed in lane. So Slark is pretty good. You could potentially argue Avenge or Sven isn't terrible. Now, the problem with picking the Venge is the save isn't there until level 6, so you're not going to see it for quite a bit. What are some other ones, actually? Juggernaut's not terrible. The matchup with Juggernaut's kind of interesting. Because it really comes down to how much mana you can drain on the Clockwork. And with the Courier being 5 now, or there being 5 Couriers in the game now, it's a lot easier for a Jug to just ferry out some mangoes every single time he gets low on mana and not have it be an issue. So I think Jug works really well. We're just assuming that the Clockwork is going to be in the off lane. It still could be safe lane, but I think it's safe to assume it's going to be off lane. And they'll try and pair the Oracle with either they put it with a Clockwork and prioritize that, but I think what they need to prioritize is putting the Oracle in the same lane as the Lich, so they have the Purge for the Ice Armor.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think it purges Venge Stun. I don't think it does. Other side of things, white noise. Whoa. That was weird. White noise, my speaker just blew up.
Team pick.
They need a core that can actually... Oh, God. Now I forget the interaction. Hold up. Hold up. I can't test it right now. Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't test it right now. I can't test it right now. I don't know how it interacts. I think the spear shoves you out of cogs, but I can't remember. Or maybe it does work. Oh God, I can't remember. I think it works. So they really need somebody that can get out of cogs now, like a Slark. A Slark would be really good here. You're especially into a strength core in Mars too. I think Slark would be really good. You could potentially go for Ursa too, but I think he's just gonna get kited. But the jump does get you out of cogs. So Ursa, Mars, Ursa Slark, I think are the two top tier picks right now for them.
Radiant team pick.
Go to Batrider too. Okay, they're gonna go for their offlaner first.
Dire team pick.
And if you pick a strength core with that, they pick up this Slark. Okay. Well, somebody's getting it. That could be a block pick too, but I mean, it just makes their lineup that much stronger. Somebody that can get inside the cogs, easily move around. Mars ult's gonna keep them kited too, so it's very hard to stay on top of a Slark if he does pop that ult. I don't think it's really open for the Leshrac counter right now. If you're 5 Goonie Goons. You have a lot of catch on the other team. The Puck is unbanned right now, so they could pick a Puck and just throw it mid or something like that. Void Spirit is also in there too. Faceless Void is another one that could work pretty well. They have the Oracle save for the Faceless Void, but I mean, all that really takes is just making sure you catch the Oracle in the ult, right? And then Mars is really the only one with any save outside of that. Just being able to stop the Void. Weaver has issues. What is the ult? 3 seconds back? Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 3. 5 seconds. I was off on both. You have to just, if you're Clockwork, you just wait until they sit there for 5 seconds and then go. That's the classic mind game counter to Weaver. You just wait until they sit there for 5 seconds and then you go. Then you go for the hook, so they can't just ult out of it. But usually you're not going to want to do that, so Weaver does have a lot of escape. Problem is you still have to play against a Mars, a Slark, and an Oracle. So it's not like that's their only lockdown, and if Weaver ever gets caught in cogs in the laning stage without getting the Sakuchi off, it's a lot of damage, and you have to be extremely careful because you're not invincible. Very squishy as well, so could potentially just get blown up. It's going to be Slark, Oracle top. Both these teams need their mid laners. We'll see if they're going to run the Lich with the Weaver. I kind of like that combo, actually. The ice armor plus Weaver just running around, making sure it gets applied every single time seems pretty cheesy but fun.
Radiant team pick.
Is this a mid AA? Okay, they're breaking out some weird stuff. But I totally respect that. It's not something I saw coming at all. I'm not sitting here going like, okay, that makes sense. I'm instead going like, okay, play it if you like playing it, I guess, and you don't like. I don't want to say don't like winning, but it's incredibly squishy. You have to get a couple of items in order to get online. This game too, you have to get a 4-staff. Like that's just a fact. You have to get a 4-staff. The Quap is okay. Probably get an Atos as well in the AA, but their problem is there's like 4 items that AA has to buy. He's got to get eggs, he's got to get 4-staff, he's got to get Atos and Yules. In order for AA to have like the full usefulness of the hero. I don't know, I think I like White Noise's draft a lot better. Their catch is incredible, and Dyer picked an incredibly squishy, you hook into an AA and AA dies in like 2 seconds because the hero only has 1,000 health. I think that's the problem they're gonna run into.
5 seconds remaining.
1 second though. I will be AFK until the game starts. Gonna clean up a mess over here. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if we got any chats. I never actually checked that. Nope. Okay. Take 1 drink every time Clockwork misses a hook. Sounds like a fun game. Be right back. Sounds like a good game.
Prepare for battle.
1 drink every time Clockwork misses a hook. Okay. Please. Well, it's only beer. It's not like it's... Oh, God, why is the... That's not right. I don't think you guys can see it, but I can tell that this is not 144 hertz.
Stomped. Stomped.
Exclusive full screen.
Oh, that's very nice.
There we go. That is so much better. Holy shit. That was bad. You never really notice, but you can definitely tell the difference between the full screen. And maybe it's because I don't have VSync on. I forget how that actually works. But it's like, if you have VSync on,
30 seconds to
which I didn't, and if you have VSync on with borderless window, I think you can run at 144 hertz. And then your frame rate can actually break. Well, your refresh rate will be on the screen, but I can't remember. I think it works like that. That's dropping a little low top, but they can't actually dive anymore. Oracle deciding to throw the Q. over onto the Weaver, which doesn't actually have anything. Just has that Ice Blast. Surprised he didn't just like try to turn. I think you can get it off through the battery assault, but I'm not quite sure. Ashen and Minoy's making a very aggressive move over here. Not quite sure why either. So it seems like a very strange one. Are we going for like a... No, he's rotating top because they want to get a different lane matchup, but with the Centaur TPing down, they're going to get the advantage. And Apache running mid. Oh boy, Apache mid into an AA. I'm interested to see who wins. I think Apache's going to win because Apache is a god. But I'm assuming the person playing AA, like, knows, Ashenin knows what they're doing because they picked AA mid. And especially, it wasn't a last pick either, right? Like, oh, we are lagging just a bit. Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't think that was on my side. We'll see if Clock can actually find anything. I don't think they can really play too aggressive before he has cogs, especially he accidentally pulled. Oh, they get the stun, but yeah, there's really no follow-up. And TCal might fall on himself because he doesn't have cogs, so they can actually find it. Arya just got blocked by the Weaver, can't keep going onto the Lich, and well, easy first blood there onto the Clockwork, and you really have to wait till you get level 2. That Cogs battery assault combo plus the spear, I'm assuming that it works. I'm assuming it doesn't shove you out of the Cogs. I'm not sure, I haven't verified, but just based on like general Dota knowledge, it feels like it should because it counts as a wall. The only weird mechanic with Cogs is you cannot spider legs out of Cogs. So it doesn't count as a wall per se. It's not like a cliff. But it's like the same thing as a tower, right? Where you can't run through it. You can force staff through it, but you can't spider legs through a tower, I don't think. It's like similar blocking mechanics there. It's weird. You think it would be similar to like a cliff or something, but it's not. It would be a big nerf to Cogs if you could spider legs through them, though. Because spider legs would just break the hero. Make it incredibly nerfed. It's like, yeah, if you pick Clockwork and the other teams finds spider legs, it feels really bad. You just can't kill someone who doesn't naturally have an escape anymore.
His middle tower is under attack.
I do want to see Clockwork rotate mid early on though. This is an AA. Still no boots, although that might be boots on the courier. We'll actually see what's coming out. Nope. Still no boots. Apache's a bit low, but with level 2 battery assaults, they should be able to find the kill, especially if Clockwork is going to rush boots, which he should have tranquils in a bit here. And I'm actually just missing kills. Okay, Ashenin's a god, I guess. He knows what he's doing. He picked the AA mid for a reason. I don't know that reason, but they have it. Like, it'll be interesting to see how it scales into the late game, because it's not that normal mid you're used to seeing. And again, this is just a throwaway BL1 weekend cup for MD2L, so you might as well just pick something that's truly out there. See if it can win you a game, and then maybe you bring it into actual official matches. You never know. Oh, I'm actually getting more lag. I don't know what server this is on. Actually, I don't know if that's only on me. We're not getting any dropped frames yet, so not quite sure what's going on there. It might just be the Dota servers are bad tonight. Happens all the time. It's gonna be TCals maybe going for a kill onto Epi, but the battery assault's just a bit too late. Cannot dive past that tower, and it has to wait for the creep wave too, but going a bit too far. TCals has to be careful with this creep wave. He's going to take so much damage. He's not going to die because he does have the cogs, but I don't really think he wants to be dragging the creep wave like this. Especially when he's still got 2 of them going for the steal on the outpost, and Lich is going to be able to steal it right back. But yeah, we still really haven't seen this Mars combo with the Clockwork. We haven't yet, and that's really why they picked it.
And if you aren't taking advantage of it, if you aren't being aggressive with it, it was honestly the waste of the pick. I think that's the majority of the reason why they picked the Mars too. But they might just kill off Epi right now. Epi's a bit caught out, but the battery assault is just a bit far away. Lich able to outrun him, plus the rotation over from the Reaver. They also lose the Venge elsewhere in the game. TCal's going for the TP out. There is no stun, so this is going to be successful. Is level 3 as well, so we could just run mid now. Like I said, with that level 3, it's going to be level 2 battery assault. There's still no boots on the AA. I believe Clockwork, nope, doesn't actually have them yet. He definitely needs to go mid though. Level 2 battery assault plus like a dagger from the Quap would definitely get a kill. And Ashton, despite getting that kill early on in this lane, having to go back to base now, and that's a lot of what the current meta is, I think, for mid laners. It's like, sure, you get the first blood, but if you spend way too much to get it, it's not really going to amount to anything. And Apache's fully recovered from it. Look at this CS. It's 25. Okay, I'm not paying attention to health bars. I am not the best observer in the world, Lenoy. Hopping back into the lane, having to run underneath the tower. And, well, he didn't want to give Centaur the satisfaction of getting the last hit, but will fall to the tower. Actually, the kill goes to the Venge. They split that XP at the same time. But yes, Apache's 26 CS to Ashenin's 17. Feels pretty good for a Quap. Even though he died once, like, feels pretty good. Did have to see Stark running back to base now. Did he TP out? Must have had... Maybe he TP'd back or it got canceled or something. It might have gotten canceled by the Venge there and I just missed that. Holy crap, I'm missing everything. We probably just missed the combo too. No, Cogs is actually up, so I don't think he used it. Might have just hit a spear onto a tree blind without the Cogs set up. Definitely not something that needs to happen.
That's mine too.
And I'm kind of surprised the Slark isn't faring too well bottom lane, honestly. Into a strength core in the Centaur. He's pretty much getting stomped. Level 6 compared to level 5. Has to play so far back, and Centaur's on top of the CS charts with 40. Damn near 40. And the other surprising thing too, Arya. 20 denies so far. And it's starting to show in terms of level 2. Or levels. So the Weaver's still level 5. Arya level 6. About a quarter of the way to that level 7. So Weaver's almost behind by a full level. Arya playing very nicely. And it's pretty much just been solo for a little while now. Might fall to the AL flying in. Is it going to hit? Arya just has to step a little bit into it, and he does. I think he's going to fall to the Sakuchi, but Epi getting caught out within those cogs. Going for the TP out is the Clockwork. Not going to get the kill. Cancels the TP so that he can actually pick up the kill. Finally gets that last hit. Is able to cogs too if the Weaver really wants to keep chasing, and I don't think he will. It's going to be a hard one to find. Stun over Boardman. Gonna get caught. It's the pincer move. Bojangles with a lot of right click damage from the return or the retaliate. It's a different type now. Is gonna even pop the ult to get the finish on it. And I guess you might as well, killing off the Oracle. 45 CS on this man. We'll switch over to net worth. Because still 3k gold lead, or 3k gold, and Ashenin, I'm sorry, I'm gonna miss every single one of these. I have no idea how you're getting these. I need to start paying attention, because it seems like you're just outplaying Apache hardcore right now. And I've just missed everything. That's truly my fault. But, yeah, I mean, the AA is doing really well right now. I mean, there's nothing more to say. It still on top, the Quap is in terms of net worth, but it's close. It's closer than I thought it would be. It's definitely not the complete stomp that I was expecting. And what the hell is happening? Oh, bugs.
Dire's courier has been
It's very confusing. They do get a courier kill, and I think they're doing this in time too. Weaver can't really run uphill. Just gonna get caught in cogs, and they will get the Mars spear too, plus the stun. Epi just running out with the armor, able to purge it off is the Oracle, but doesn't even need it. Purifying Flames, level 2. Enough to get that one. Minoy going for the XP. They get both of them. Radiant. Again, you don't get both. You don't get stacked on top of each other XP. So you don't get 300. It's only the other team doesn't get XP. You only get one of them still. It's a rotation over from Apache with the haste rune. Klet's stunned. Is able to ult this too. Yep. And that's a dead bench. Just deciding to pop the ult and get the kill. Mango Tree dropped for Centaur. And here's the rotation that I was expecting a bit earlier. It's kind of hard to get now because they don't have the Quap ult. And I'm surprised TCal's not being a bit more patient. But Apache might have just called it off since he doesn't have ult. And they really just want that extra burst in order to pick up the kill. Still just Weaver farming top. He's behind 700 gold, but geez, Dyer is actually farming incredibly well. Look at this Centaur. Bojangles. I'm surprised he doesn't have Blink yet, but he's damn near it. He's got phase boots too. He is looking so fine. And I mean, he can lane with the Slark this late. Usually that's not something you see. A Centaur able to hang with the Slark this late into the laning stage. I don't think he's really gonna give him that much space either. So that's the sad part if you're playing the Slark. Behind by 2 full levels. Like, it's a tough Slark game, but I think he's gonna scale. He's gonna scale. Doesn't have a single stack. I'm surprised he's not going for a couple of trades, but I guess he just doesn't want to give them the retaliate stacks. And that's about the only way you die. You give them retaliate stacks, and then you get venge stunned, and you don't purge it in time, and then they just burst you. Some nice stacking there from Yubbits. Apache able to farm this one up in his golems though, so it doesn't feel too great. But hook top, I think. He actually hit it too. There's the interaction. I was right. Clockwork loses his life in the meantime. They trade 1 for 1. It's the Lich for the Clockwork. But you're giving it to your Mars? Or no, actually the Clockwork got that one. Just died immediately afterwards. And the only issue I see growing for them is they're not giving their Slark that much space. He's got treads. And that's it. 2 Wraith Bands and treads. So, yeah, 2, like, intermediate items and treads. So, he's getting there. He just can't quite trade too much yet. Again, I'm surprised he's not trying to play more aggressive into the bench at the very least. Is a level 4 Dark Pact, so he could still dish out something, and he's getting CS with it too. Able to get 2 there, but he's dropping kind of low. Good thing about Slark is he can just duck into these trees and get, I mean, all of his health back. So trading on Slark is very nice. But I mean, I guess he's making the right move, just not giving the stacks to the Centaur. He's still doing a decent amount of damage to him. Like, he could honestly just go for a pounce and then pop the Dark Pact, and that's a decent amount of damage. They can't quite kill him, but it'd still get him lower and lower and lower until they could eventually do it. But there is actually a fight happening top. Lich has popped the ult. It looks like they killed off the Lich at the same time. They lose the Clockwork. They're gonna lose the Mars as well. A nice rotation from Assanin. He popped the ult from mid, then immediately TP'd up. Picked up both kills there, I believe, or actually helped with one of them. They also kill off bottom the Centaur, plus the pounce there. Or the Apache ult plus the pounce. 22 seconds without that Centaur. Is it enough to take the bottom tier 1? I don't think so. Haven't seen TCal miss a hook yet. Or miss a hook yet. So it's looking pretty good for him. I'm still think he needs to be like, hey, let's grab 1, let's go smoke, and let's kill this AA. And it's not really because, like, oh, we're afraid of an AA farming. It's more like, he needs 4 items to be anything in this game, really. Let's just get rid of his game by killing him a couple of times. It's a lot easier than killing some of their other heroes. Definitely something we can pull off pretty easily. It's something they need to do at this point. But they're still playing very aggressive around off lanes, it looks like. They will go 2 for 2 bounty runes. Epi able to pick up the second one for that Dire team. TCal maybe looking for another hook, rotating through mid. Maybe looking for Ashenin to step out a little bit farther than the river, but not gonna find the AA for now. But Apache being there gets the DD on Ashenin, is able to blink away after the freeze, so you don't get the full combo there. But yeah, it's definitely starting to feel like you could go in right now. Apache ult is up in 30 seconds, but I mean a scream plus a dagger, and then you also have the burst there from AA. I think you can get the kill. Bojangles taking a bit of damage bottom. I don't think they can quite get this though. No, the blink forward. The AA ult's gonna miss, and I think that's gonna miss the kill too, because he could just ult out of this. The Oracle even ulting. Able to purge, or at least stop him for now. It is gonna get rid of the ult on Bojangles, and gone too far is Manoli. He had the ult, but he didn't pop it, and it spells his death. Blinking forward, Oracle brought down by Bojangles, and some spotting there done by the Centaur. Well, you missed the AA ult, but you just bait him enough, you get the kill anyways. Slightly late on the button presses, Manoi. I mean, we didn't really see any other rotations though. It was just the Oracle that came down, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I thought we'd see Patchy or something. TCal very dead. It's like just completely got caught out by the Atos pickup from Ashenin. That's gotta be copyrighted music. Like it's totally copyrighted music, right? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Manoi maybe getting stunned up bottom. They don't have the swap range, so not gonna go for it. He has the ult again too. Still quite a ways away from that defusal, so something we won't see for a bit yet. And where's the clockwork? I can't miss anything from this. Is gonna be able to find a hook over onto the Lich. It's an easy one too, because he's completely stood still. This ult popping in from him. AA misses everything. Is able to bring down the clockwork just a bit lower, but I don't think they know. They actually do find the kill. My god, Chilling Touch is essentially the Enchantress. That's a lot of damage. Bojangles trying to bring down the Oracle even lower. They've only killed the clockwork thus far. And they've completely ditched Ashenin on that AA, but at the same time, you've ditched your Centaur. I'm surprised Apache even pops the ult there. As Arya in the neighborhood, looks like he rotated down from top. See if they want to go for the Lich. I mean, he could just pop the ult in the Lich right now. Does he do it though? No, he just goes for the Spirit. It is going to miss. Wide left. AA using the ult to farm there. Nope. Yep, just throwing it bottom. It's able to freeze up. Nope, not quite freezing up the clock. The Atos, just not enough. And Apache, yeah, I was gonna say really close to that Yules. That's definitely, it's gonna save him every single time from the AA combo. It might be something Clockwork wants to pick up as well. I'm just gonna say I'm not a big fan of Blade Mail first on Clockwork. I think you go Force Staff or Yules or Urn or a Medallion first. You need some sort of like health booster before you get a Blade Mail, because really 1200 health. If you look at the enemy team, there's nobody that really helps or the Blade Mail completely gets rid of. I think it's more of a situational item than people admit on Clockwork. It's the best when you can buy it when people can't control their damage output. So if somebody's gone Radiance, it's very nice. What are some other heroes that's pretty good into? You could say Undying too. Slark getting gone on bottom. Minoy getting the leap away, but it's straight into that centaur. Will help him for now. Do they really want to keep going? This is a double rotation. He could just pop ult too. All the trees completely gone, so Slark has nowhere to hide, but the Oracle out popped will save him. In the meantime, Yabits gonna fall underneath the tier 1 to that AA ult, but no, he's able to perch off of the magic damage, and I think he's actually gonna know. One more click will bring him down. Ashton getting another kill. Wicked 6 streak for him, and the swap away, saving Arya for now, but Arya still going to tick down. I think Bojangles finally going to fall. A nice hook there over from T-Cows. And, well, this is a completely gone forest. I've never seen the map like this, quite like that. Vanish getting caught out underneath the tier 1 again. It's all underneath Radiant tier 1. Everybody's rotated down. It's a double kill for the Weaver. Everybody's dying bottom. The only person that hasn't rotated Apache, and well, he's joining the party just a bit late. The freeze plus the ult. Does he have enough damage to bring this one down? Is able to use off the freeze, but Apache still tanking a lot of that damage. He's gonna take down. Can't bring down Ashton, and a godlike streak takes away Apache's 3 times kill streak. What a play from Ashton. 9-0-2 right now. Second place on net worth, and oh boy. This is starting to get out of hand.
Alms for the dead.
Oh, I mean, even with the Yules, like, it doesn't matter. He still hits the ult. It's perfectly timed. Like, he's had to have practiced this. He's had to have. There's no way. Either that or he's just, like, you know, memorize the timing of Yules, which is probably the more realistic approach. Yep, no, he's played AA before. You never see like brand new or people who haven't played AA ulting the creep wave at the very perfect time like that as soon as they spawn. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Ashen is just a god of AA. And he went for the 4-staff too. Yep. Okay. What was the other one I said? He needs eggs now. I think I said eggs, right? Arya here with the ult, but is that really how they want to initiate this? I don't think so. But Jangles could still just jump in with the stun as well. Apache, nope. Not finding the stun. They might find out the Mars, though. Quite a bit of damage with the minus armor too, but Pojangles finds the stun on the side. Yabits, the A ult flying in, is gonna miss, but no, Yabits jumps back into it, able to again avoid some of that magic damage so he doesn't die to it, I don't think. But once Ashenin gets this eggs, that could spell death for a lot of these supports and lower health heroes. Yeah, I think you go eggs next. What was the 4th item? What was the 4th item? I said 4-staff? Oh yeah, Atos Yules eggs. So he could either go for Yules or eggs next. I'm not sure what he's gonna pick, but whatever he picks, it's the right choice because Ashenin's a god. You heard it here first. Ashenin's a god. If you give him AA, anyways. Bojangles solo pushing bottom, doesn't have a creep wave, so can't really damage out the tower, but Arya blinking in. This is a very unmanned fight right now, as they don't have very many people here. They bring down Ashenin, and that's the first death on that AA, so surprisingly for how squishy that hero is. Minoy can just pop ult right now and turn this, and I think he will. Bojangles dropping a bit lower, but I don't think they can commit to it too far. The Clockwork needs to be here, hits the hook, hasn't missed a hook yet. He is a perfect Clockwork player, and they get the kill on Bojangles. Dropping a bit low underneath the tower, needs to re-aggro that, is able to catch out the Weaver underneath the cogs, will fall to the Venge actually, and they kill off the Venge too. Arya running underneath the tier 1, but the rest of the team is here. It's a 4v2. If everyone shows up, they do. The Oracle finally showing up, hits the spear from Arya straight through the uprights, finds him, and I don't think they're going to find the Weaver, but you'll take the 4 kills, giving the first death to Ashenin and taking the tower as well immediately afterwards. Couldn't ask for a better outcome. Well played there from Radiant. I really don't think they can go for more. A ult flank bottom is going to miss.
And Yabit's taking the outpost, but I mean, that's just gonna get reverted in like 20 seconds.
Have I expressed that outpost need to be removed? I've said this before, so I won't go into it. We're good. Ashen, Kaya next. Okay. Wait. Maybe you go Kaya, Yasha? I could see that being legit. Right? See that. I'm surprised you don't go for the eggs sooner. But he's going to find the Quap Illusion, and that's a very dead Quap Illusion. And the beauty of this hero, too, you barely spent any mana. If they picked, like, an AM into this, that might be legit. Maybe that's the counter to this core AA. You just pick AM. Halfway through the fight, AA is out of mana, and you just kill everybody on the other team with a single mana void. So able to pick up that Craggy coat. I think you give that to the Centaur. Holy crap. That's 2 in a row from the same camp. Very interesting. Okay. Iron branches. Again, I really never pay attention to neutral items, so we'll see. Repair kit's nice. Craggy coat probably goes on the Centaur, and the cooldown reduction. AA, arguably. Weaver, it might be nice too, but I think you maybe just keep the Aquila for now because you want the extra damage. But the Sikuchi cooldown would be incredibly good, I think. The AL hits onto 2, but he's just going to get caught out. The Mars ult popped in time, and there's no way for Force Staff out of this one. You might kill off the Clockwork, but no. This save from the AA is here. I think he's going to be able to live. He does. The AL finally gone. They catch out the Oracle in the backlines. Bojangles trying to find it. Does eventually get the last hit. They've killed off the Slark on the backside, too, but Lich falling. The stun through. The spear not going to connect. Weaver chasing out Mars. Arya needs to go for the TP. I think he's going to find it too. Out in the trees. Able to make it away safely. I didn't see a clock hit a hook there. We'll take a drink anyway, because I think T-Cals isn't going to miss a hook this whole game. T-Cals is not going to miss a hook this whole game. So we'll take a drink for every hook he hits, I guess. But maybe that's T-Cals still trying to kill me. I mean, he's got a Blade Mail now, too. The issue is, like, you still need a Force Staff somewhere on this team. You need a Force Staff. You're playing with an AA that has an Atos, and he's had it for quite a while now. And they don't have any kind of movement utility on this side of Radiant. Titan Sliver is very good on somebody. Potentially the Clockwork. Probably the Clockwork. They might catch out Bojangles. The ult gonna miss. As Yabit's getting caught out, but he can just pop ult and then they can turn this, I think. They've already used the AA ult, looking for the hook as well, but there's 5 heroes mid. Do they really want to keep chasing? This is a haste rune on an Oracle, so he's able to just walk away. Courier to fall. Yes, it was Arya's. And well, I'm surprised they're not fighting with the AA ult down. They are playing a bit more patient. 5 heroes past the tier 2. All enemies, they will pop the fort. How does T-Cal want to initiate this? I think it's up to T-Cal. And I mean, if you hit the Weaver, it's nice, but obviously he has the ult away, plus the BKB now. Bojangles is also a nice pick. Same thing with Epi. Okay, I think he hit Yabits. I'm gonna assume he hit Yabits, and that's actually crucial because they can't initiate. And in this fight now, they just take the outpost. And well, it gives them a nice TP spot, but now they just can't initiate it. It would be up to Arya blinking forward and hitting the ult, but not really the vision advantage they wanted for a Mars initiation. I think this is spotted. It should be spotted. I'm not sure. It looks like they walked past it, though. Bojangles? Doesn't he see it? What? Yo, how is that not inside the sentry? That's like, what? It's on the side. Maybe it's the angle. As they initiate onto Bojangles, the ult. They're using everything on this, actually. Catching him out with the ward. How is this not underneath the sentry? Well, it's gone now.
Arms for the dead.
Okay, well, it spells Bojangles' death, unfortunately, because they wouldn't have had vision on him otherwise.
You two, follow me.
Still Manoy. Thank God cores are actually buying BKBs early on in this game, unlike last night trying to cast in-houses and people don't buy BKBs because it's in-houses. You don't need actual items. Just play the game for an hour. Nobody wants to actually finish.
Dire are scanning.
But yeah, everybody's actually buying BKBs. It's very nice. Thank you very much. Weaver's got one, which is pretty crucial. I think AA might need one too. But we'll see what he goes next. Has that Kaya now. He's dishing out quite a bit of damage, but he is going to fall off. No matter how well you play this AA, if it goes too late, the hero is going to fall off. But that's the advantage of the Kaya right there. Look at this. It's killing all the creeps in one hit. Like, very nice. Very nice. Usually it gets them to about like 108, or no, what is it, like 20 HP left, something like that? Do get Arya back. And speaking of Arya, been kind of quiet this game. I thought we'd see a little bit more from him on that Mars with some of these initiations, but I mean, they really haven't had the vision to fight, despite like rocket flares or wards across the map. Like, it's been tough for Arya to find openings. I mean, really, who do you go on? It's got to be the AA. Every single time he's caught the AA inside the Mars ult, they've gotten the kill. So potentially that's what Arya is waiting for. Just gonna farm up mid, and it looks like they're gripping for a smoke. We'll pop it on the bench, but let's see where they go. I think it was underneath a ward here.
Dire's top tower is under
So they're spotting this one out. They're grouping up a bit too. Backing, yep, they've seen this. Manoy is just straight back. They're running through the jungle too. They know they need to clear out of some of these sketchier areas. Nobody in the jungle. Potentially they're just going to group for a smoke of their own too. It's going to be a rocket flying through. Just killing off the creep wave. I think actually paying that out is Weaver. And yes, they've gone for a smoke of their own, but they don't have any vision on the high ground. So when they pop this smoke, they aren't going to see it. Does Weaver detect this? They don't have vision for the Weaver, and they don't see him. He just pops BKB. Even if he gets caught out, he just pops BKB and he's fine. It is still Arya, and TCal is jumping forward. Is going to pop the ult. It only hits one. Weaver not able to get out of this anymore as the ult is, you know, it's past the 5 seconds to swap away as well. But he's already used BKB. They get the jump forward into the Quap. Apache's dead right at the start of the fight. They've also killed off the Venge. It's a 1-to-1. TCal's getting frozen. Bojangles focusing into him. He's gotten that battery assault off, so it keeps him alive for a bit longer. The spear away will save TCal's, but he can't kill his own cogs. The disarm from the Oracle is locking him in his own prison. Almost kills him there, but I think with the blink 4 from Bojangles, they're eventually gonna find this one. Yeah, Bit's trying to run away underneath the sentry, is caught out from that Sinister Gaze Epi, and I think Bit's going to fall. Let's see if they can kill off the Slark too. The freeze from Manoy, he hits the leash onto the Weaver. Do they have enough damage? They do. It's a double kill for Ashinen. Oh boy, what went wrong for Radiant? They just don't find the jumps, and the fight is all over the place. They weren't focused at all. The Mars ult, they just couldn't get any kills with it. The Venge kill happened too late. Weaver just pops BKB and they can't stop it. The spear not coming through in time for the stun. Maybe if you catch out the Venge as well in that Mars ult, that fight goes a bit better, but the fact that Venge got on the outside, I think, was crucial.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I didn't even have the Lich ult for that fight either.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It was just, I mean, well
Dire's top
executed
tower is under attack.
from Dire. I think TCal's hit a hook there too. I'm pretty sure he did. We'll rotate back through top. He's got the pipe now too, but again, you need a 4-staff on this team. Somebody's got to buy a 4-staff. Still don't have it. You see how quickly Apache dies there too, even with, or no, this BKB's after. Apache didn't have BKB for that fight because he was buying it at the time. But yeah, he doesn't have BKB. There's no 4-staffs. He just gets frozen up and caught out completely. Jumped in on Bojangles, finding a crucial stun onto the Quap. And I think TCals is not in the position he wants to be. The ult popped from Oracle, but he's taking a lot of damage. The 2-man hook and the stun. Ashton gets swapped out, so he's going to live. And I think TCals is just going to tick out with the Oracle on top of him. Ashton gets the kill. It's a killing spree for Ashton. They're going to find even more. Potentially Ashton just picking it up again. Nope, yeah, Bit's able to run away. And it's a free Roche. There is no stopping this. The only one that could potentially steal it is Apache. And is pushing bottom. They have 2 catapults coming. But yeah, with Clockwork not being up, this steal just isn't possible. You can't really contest it either. They're running towards it like they can do something, but yeah, Apache can just throw a spear and that's about it. Or not Apache, Arya. Is this? Okay. The Bloodstone, okay. And then into the bots. Did he have boots before this? I don't think so. Wasn't it? Was it just brown boots the whole game? I think so, right? I'm pretty sure it was just brown boots this entire game. Until he gets the bots now. Apache still just farming up some of the ancients. Fortunately doesn't get a neutral item drop there with that advanced drop rate. Bojangles could go for the blink in here, and this is looking like a very dead Clockwork. ult to hit, plus the right clicks from the Weaver can just run through, and Bojangles even gets the last hit. And that's textbook AA kills right there from across the map. You don't even have to be with your team, just get 1 or 2 heroes there. One with the stun. I guess that's how you have to draft around this hero too. You can just pick a decent stun. Maybe like a Spirit Breaker 2 would be nice. With AA. You can just find kills around the map all the time. And he's still farming decent too. Does have the bots now. Does not have buyback if this fight goes awry. But I mean, they have Aegis on the Weaver. I don't think it's going to go badly. Or the very next one, at least, should be able to farm that up pretty soon here. Arya finding the outpost bottom. Place a couple of wards in the top lane, and I'm not quite sure what they're trying to accomplish. They might be waiting for somebody to walk up, and potentially it's Ashton, but Ashton has BKB. Here it is. Do they really want to go for it? Going for the TP, the leash is there. They find Ashton completely alone, and he's dropping low very quickly. The 4-staff already used hits the ult on Minoy, but this Slark is just gone. There is no way they're catching him with the eggs. You might find the Oracle as he got the TP canceled, and really all he can do now is just make space. And this is actually 2 wards for Radiant they've used now, and yeah, he's gonna fall. Had the ult, but I mean, you probably don't want to pop it. See TCals is farming in. This is a quick eggs pickup too. I'm surprised how early and often Slarks are buying eggs nowadays. It's like Diffusal, BKB, eggs, and that's always the build-up. It's always those 3 in the exact same order. This is what it feels like anyways. Every single time I've seen Slark played, it's like Diffusal, BKB, eggs. And then it's, yeah, the Abyssal's next on on Minoy. Is it patchy? What is this?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I saw what it was earlier too, but I'm not quite sure what he's going for. Oh, the nullifier. Okay. That's an item that I haven't seen in a while either. Like brand new as of what, 2 years ago? A year ago? I think it's been a while since that item got introduced. Still just a little bit of a farming. We did see like a singular smoke play from both teams, but that's about it. Smoke plays are very reactional in like amateur Dota. I think it's like, oh, one team's doing it, okay, let's pop the smoke too, guys. It's never like a proactive move that you see consistently through the game. And that's I think that's mostly due to the fact that a lot of lower skill players, including me, I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone, you always have to preface it with that. Lower skill Dota is like you're not as efficient around your item timings or your farming, and that's really when you see pro teams taking smokes. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get this item, we're gonna go for a smoke. It's textbook, like this is what we're gonna do every single time. Get this item, go for a smoke. It's in the playbook every single game, and you really don't see it in lower skill Dota. It's mostly only used in lower skill Dota when it's like, okay, we've been doing nothing for a while, let's go for a smoke now. That's how I do it anyways. But that's why I'm very bad at Dota. So, not arguing there. Do take down the tier 2 mid with just illusions. Epi almost to the Mega Urn. And I mean, that's pretty nice. You're taking down towers with your illusions on Centaur. We'll see what they want to go for next. Again, I think they're playing very reactionary right now. Apache able to just blink over into the trees and get the TP out. Not finding that kill, and he did bait like the entire enemy team to run bottom too. Havoc Hammer. Weaver? No, it's Centaur. I'm an idiot. It's Centaur. It's totally Centaur. Definitely needs that one. Illusionist Cape can go on Weaver.
Dire's middle tower.
But yes, Centaur needs that Havoc Hammer. For sure. It feels like that's definitely the item for him. You can maybe even argue for the Illusionist Capes on the AA too. You get the Spell Prism on Quap. What is this? Reduces cooldown time of all spells and items by 20%. Yeah, that's pretty nice. What did Sark get? The next attack hit the enemy hero. Hexes them for 1.5 seconds. What? Alright. I'm still learning all these items too. I feel like I will never truly learn all these. That's very nice on Clockwork. The wearer's health drop below 20%. It will receive a hard dispel and be healed for 300 health. And I don't think this can be dispelled though. Yes, so that's gonna stick no matter what. Which is kind of nice there, and you probably don't get the healing from the item either, I don't think, because you get the dispel, it would get rid of everything plus the AA ult, and then you get the healing, but it doesn't apply because of the AA ult. Because of the Ice Blast. So I think how that interaction works. We'll see. I think Bojangles is going to die bottom, and did use the Havoc Hammer already. It's a decent amount of damage too. Could go for the stun, but yeah, nobody else is here. What is the cooldown on this knife actually? 12 seconds. Okay, that's pretty balanced. Oh, what an AA ult. Onto 2, completely blind. And yeah, well, I mean, we're 43 minutes in. It's a 3k gold lead. Neither team really feels strictly ahead. So they're both just playing very carefully right now. There's a lot to play for. Not a lot of money. The money amount is 0. The glory amount is like, I don't know. You can say you won Weekend Cup number 2. So there is that. But you won a tournament. It's for bragging rights, I guess.
Radiant's top tower is under
Could
attack.
put it in the record book. One-time Weekend Cup winner. As I don't know who actually won the first Weekend Cup. or if anybody playing right now even played in the first weekend cup.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The inaugural weekend cup. Apache popping BKB, able to blink away, needs to go for the TP, but I don't think he's going for it quite yet. DA ult is gonna fly through. He's TP'd underneath it, but the blink forward from Bojangles not there. Still on cooldown. And yeah, on the other side of the map too, they've found 2 kills. The Weaver's the only one here that can really survive this, honestly, because the Lich throwing out the ult, that's about all you can do. The Spear away will save him for just a little bit. Weaver able to run. And yeah, well, the Lich and the Venge, the only ones dying there. They're not going to find the Weaver, which is really the victory kill. But Minoy, potentially, no, he's fine. They don't have the AA ult. It hasn't hit. Still just fine. But Minoy sees it and sidesteps it. Oh, that would have been close. I don't think he has eggs, though. So, it wouldn't have killed. I don't think it would have killed. Are going to lose both of the outposts now. Plus the bounty runes. We'll see what TCals is going to do. If he goes for the hook or not. I don't think so. I don't think Weaver wants to be over here either. And with the Abyssal, it's the double Abyssal too, but they're right on top of each other. AL flying in, it's going to hit too. TCals looks very dead, but he does hit the 2-man cogs. Weaver still is stuck inside of it. But the rest of the team just isn't here, able to get saved by the Oracle. And I think he's just fine. Yep, with the pipe too. He's just fine. Rid of some of that magical damage. And they really can't go for Roche unless they kill the Clockwork. You got to kill Clockwork plus keep Apache at bay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And what? Nobody is picking up these mangoes. I'm surprised they put this in the base, honestly, but I guess they want guaranteed mangoes. I think the vision's worth a little bit more. But this is a lot of mangoes. If only you could sell them. Just start a mango farm in Dota to supplement some of the gold that you're missing. And I wonder if it could get to a point where this starts lagging the game too. Like there's just so many mangoes on the ground.
Radiant are scanning.
At least they've gotten rid of the mangoes showing up, like the little things. Like and no matter where you're at on the map, they show up, but they disappear now. Which is very nice. See Apache finally getting that nullifier. Still up to 6k gold too, going for the Lincolns. Kind of surprised he's not going eggs. It feels like there's a couple of heroes that have decent eggs in this game that have not been picked up yet. Clockwork is not one of them. I still don't think Clockwork Eggs is very good. And I think Jabitz is just dead. Hook in. Well, I mean, it technically hit, but he's really just hooking to his own death. Shotgunned by the AA Ashinen. Oh boy, yeah, that was just too much damage to deal with, even with the hat there. What the heck this is called? The magic lamp, yeah. The hard dispel plus the healing. It's not gonna save you. It's not gonna save you. They have to pop the fortify. Potentially just keep going. There's no clockwork hook. There is an ult from Mars. It's on to 2. Weaver's caught himself on the other side of it. Ulted back into this. I don't think that's where he wanted to be. The nice swap out from the Venge to save him. Fixing his mistake, but it will make Venge pay with her or with the Venge life. As Abyssling forward is Bojangles. Alt A from going in on Minoy. Oh, yeah, tanking a bit of damage on the front lines too. He's able to lifesteal up some of that, but a nice stun onto the Centaur. TCals has to be very careful. Was looking for the cogs, but he got froze up. Apache now on the front lines. He needs the pop BKB to get out. Gets perched by Oracle. Will save him from now. The Weaver gets caught and stuck out. I think that was the force tap. Plus the ult is going to miss. They do kill off Epi, but can they get any more? The leash forward onto Ashinen. He threw it onto the high ground, but Minoy paying his life to get the kill there. And they will kill off the Centaur too. It took 4 of them for it, but they finally bring down the tanky, I don't know what the Armadillo Centaur? Or the Centaur. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm pretty dumb. I was thinking his armor for some reason was like an armadillo's armor, but yeah, he's literally just a Centaur. And I even said it before then, but Again, very smart Dota player right here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think this is definitely the play too. You just go for the Roche. It would be horse, is what I should have said, but we're searching for that animal name, and well, I mean, it's still a pretty quiet game. Like, we're a 4K gold lead, and it feels like we have a major fight every 10 minutes now. It's AL flying through. They hit the scan as well. It's going to be a nice 3-man AA ult, but Clockwork has pipe for this, so really going to do too much. They are eventually going to rotate over. It's first 3, plus we were throwing the armor in front. They just straight up use the Mars ult. And yeah, there's really not much for them to do to stop this Roche, and you can be thankful you're not getting caught out either, because Clockwork Cook not going to find anyone. Whew. Alright, does anybody have 4 staff yet? Nope. Okay. Clockwork needs a 4 staff at least. Nope.
And it's off.
TCal should just pick up all these mangoes, straight up. Just get 6 mangoes. There you go. Yep. Yep, TCal's he's got the right idea. Just pick up the mangoes. Put that pipe in there, he's got a smoke too. Opting to keep that sentry in. And well, we're still back into a farm fest. Just farming up some creeps mid. Taking a bit of damage from that AA ult, but yeah, I mean, they really can't do anything. We've gotten to a point where we're waiting on these next tiers of neutrals to start. When is it again? Is it 50? No, it's 60. Okay. But yeah, we're still waiting for that.
Double damage.
Maybe that'll end this game in 10 minutes. We won't have a fight for another 10 minutes. This has been definitely very slow paced. I'm surprised both teams are playing this patient too. Especially for a Clockwork game, you usually see teams trying to move a bit faster. So he's still just using that illusionist cape. Here we go. Here's the smoke. Who do they find though? Like, if you find Centaur, it's a pretty costly kill to go on. Especially if they spot this ward too. They are getting the blink forward from Arya. They find the AA, and this is the kill you can hope for, but the swap out from the bench, saving him in the meantime. What a teammate. Lichall flying through. It's doing a bit of damage, and they also get the cloak pop, but eventually in the back, they are going to bring down the AA, the rocket, sorry. Getting him down there after the Ghost Scepter. Minoy tanking quite a bit of damage. Does have the ult too. Is just walking out with the BKB. Not going to tick down. TCals is the only one left on the front lines. Able to pop off that Cogs too. And Bojangles is completely alone now. Cogs pumped on the high ground, and I don't think Weaver can actually make her way through this. Nope, it doesn't get shoved back, but Apache taking so much damage. Gets silenced so we can't Sakuchi chase Apache anymore. But the Mars to fall on the front lines, just a couple more hits, but nobody finding him. The Weaver just can't get anybody focused. And they've only killed Apache once. And let's see if they can find any follow-up kills. A nice Cogs there from TCals, does catch 2, but should just be able to blink out of them. TCals trying to get away. Somebody needs to help him kill off this bug. Only thing giving them vision, and yeah, they're just gonna get out completely scot-free. You killed off AA. They dove tier 3s to do it. All of the way behind these towers, and then they eventually all get out. It's not something you see too often. Usually when you're committing that much, you lose a lot more. But they pretty much get away with highway robbery right there. Still need to take that mid tier 2 even. They still haven't took this. They don't even take that tower, and they can still just fight past tier 3s. The balls on these people. Oh my gosh. Hold for an AA kill. And I mean, he doesn't have buyback, but you can't do much with it. Up 7k, you'll take the net worth lead, I guess, but this Weaver's getting bigger and bigger. You saw how quickly Apache just melted. If Apache makes an errant blink, like, He's gonna die so quickly. We'll just kill off these creep waves. Doesn't spot the centaur in the trees, but yeah, it's at a point in the game where they're not killing a centaur, unless the entire team is focused at doing it. Ooh, they don't really have that late game burst, and it is still just an E-Blade on Ashenin. I'm just really surprised he hasn't gone for the.
Dire's middle
Wait, where did
tower
his
is
Kaya
under
go? What? Did he sell it? No, it builds from Bloodstone. What? Oh. Oh, I just missed like a major kill. My fault. My fault. I was too busy paying attention to not knowing how item build-ups work. Okay.
Dire's
Finally
middle
get into
tower
this
is under
tier
attack.
2. It's Arya and Minoi
Dire's
to
middle
bring that one down. And 10k gold lead. Do they go tier 3s? They don't have Aegis to fight this with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see the center alt pop bottom to get away from Minoi. He doesn't hit the leap. Just to the right. He almost lands that, and that almost certainly spells death for Centaur. It's still just one death on Big Boy. Wow. It's actually pretty impressive. Wait, that was the first death. What? Holy crap. Big Boy having a hell of a game. 55 minutes in and you haven't died once. How much is this Havoc Tamer doing actually? 50%. Oh no, dealing 225 damage plus 1 times your strength as magical damage. Which is what? 300? 400 damage? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. He's able to pop it here too if he wants to go for it, but yeah, he's just gonna throw the stun out and walk away. Minoi, he's getting big, still needs a couple more items though. Has the Satanic, has the Abyssal, as well as he's gonna get a couple Hyperstones, and I forget the name. Oh god. He's gonna take an Eagle Song. Cal still has the hat. We're still waiting 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Until we get the next tier of neutrals. Force Boots is actually really good for both of these teams. Dispels the user and pushes them 600 units in the direction they are facing. Completely removes the speed limit for the wearer. Stygian Desolator. Also known as Desolator 2. Okay. Your attacks reduce the enemy's target by 10 for 7 seconds. Seer Stone. Okay. Mirror Shield was broken when it first came out. The Seer Stone, cast range, and vision bonus. Okay. All attributes. That's pretty nice. Once every 8 seconds. Increases your primary attribute by 75. It's pretty crazy. It's not a percentage base, it's a flat 75 now. Ballista. Knocks back enemies 50 distance and deals 30 pure damage with every attack. Every attack? That's pretty good on Weaver. Creates a path of trees behind you. Okay. We're gonna get some really cheesy stuff. The recipe Trident Sanji. Oh shit. Oh, he spelled it into the major. Okay. Book of the Dead. Summon 2 sets of level 3 Necronomicon units. What do we get? Fallen Sky. Oh, something's happening. We did get a jump forward on a clockwork, but I think he's just going to get saved, especially with the sentry finally now going down. Bojangles going for the stun, plus the abyssal forward. That's so weird seeing on Centaur, but the fear from Apache making the saves for now. He's going to finally fall to the AA ult in the back, but finally they're catching out Ashen and Minoy running forward, being the aggressor. Needs to find some of these kills. A really nice ult from Arya on the 3. Actually, I think Benj got on the side of it, could go for the swap, but eventually is going to save Epi too with the E-Blade from the high ground. Ashen is making the plays. We'll find Minoy as well, throwing out a couple of right clicks. Arya Bits getting focused by the Weaver in the back. They finally brought down the Slark, but the buyback from the Slark. T-Cal hooking forward, trying to bring down the Venge. This is a buyback from Clock 2, so he doesn't want to die here. Apache jumping forward. They find Ashen, and it's a triple kill for Apache. Can he get out of this one? He does. T-Cal's running forward, still has the A ult on top of him. Does fall to the Weaver. 120 seconds without the clockwork. That was 3 buybacks in 1 fight. And now we get the next tier of items. Okay, now we get the next tier of items. We got 1 fight right before we got the tier. They're gonna find the roast too, but the jump in from Annoy. This isn't Abyssal. They have no Mars ult, so they don't have any follow-up really. The spear to miss finds Epi, but the double Abyssal on the 2. Everybody's got an Abyssal this game. Picks up the haste rune on the Mars. Can he really run out of this one though? No, this stun is just too long. It's a death for Arya. Again with that AAL, gonna die to the Weaver, and it's back into Roast. They don't have a clockwork because he did buyback. Again, Apache's really the only one that can steal this, and it's very risky for him to just blink into the middle of this. And I think it's a free Rosh. And what are we at? 3 Roshes now? So we get the Refresher Shard, Cheese, and Aegis. Alright. Has anybody gotten tier next tier yet? Tier 5. Come on. Nobody's farming. Nobody. I guess they just go for the end. Like we're like, don't even give them the chance to get these broken items. Just go in the game. Will be the play for now. Weaver just focusing into that ranged Rax, and that will be the first Rax to fall in the entire game, actually. Minoy focusing the bottom tier 3s, trying to get somebody to come back. It's only going to be the Venge, but running bottom is a Centaur. Centaur, very good at taking these buildings, at least the towers. You're going to bring down both of the Rax in the bottom lane, too. You lose 2 Rax, potentially lose top. TPing back now as a Minoy. Doesn't get spotted out, so the Venge doesn't get the cancel. Do they really want to jump on this? Arya playing patiently. They see the Weaver, but I don't think they're going to get the kill. And how long until somebody gets a couple? We have 4 tier 5 items to come. Can't wait what it is. Okay, the Pirate Hat, 150 attack speed. Wow. Steals 300 gold when you kill an enemy hero. That's pretty good on the Weaver. Apache finds Ex Machina. Reset the cooldown on all items except Refresher Orb. What does Apache have? That's pretty nice. Especially if it does it. Oh god. 40 movement speed for... Yeah, that's decent. Weaver's actually very good with that, I think. Yeah, I mean, you can use it on any hero. It's very annoying to play into as a clockwork. They also found the Ballista as well. Oh, that's Radiant that found that one. Okay. And then he creates a path to trees behind you. On the Weaver, that's kind of, it's gimmicky. I don't really know what it does for you, but jumping forward, I think that was the Abyssal from Bojangles, playing very aggressive, not going to be able to use it on Apache as the ult misses, but the hook, very nice on the back lines. T-Cal could split the fight right now, but it doesn't have the cogs. Gets 3 with the Marcel. Arya gets 4 in there eventually. It's a very nice quad ball too, doing a lot of damage to the front lines. Bojangles dropping low, getting focused by Minoy, and the more hits he gets in, the stronger he gets. Arya just trying to bring down somebody, but the attacks from Weaver are just crazy. Look at this. Doing so much damage, all the attack speed in the world. They've killed off Ashen once. That's only the Aegis, though. They're going to kill off the Oracle, but oh my goodness. That is so much attack. He got 300 gold stolen, too. They're going to kill off Ashen the second time as well. Gets muted, does get the swap out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Gets the ult onto Minoy. Minoy just needs to be careful here now, though. Doesn't want to tick down. Is able to finally focus and then a bench. Look at how many stats this guy has. He's up to 66 with the permanent. So much agi on this man, but look at the attack speed on Weaver. My goodness. Oh my god. Okay, Fallen Sky, transform into a meteor that strikes down the target area after 0.5 seconds in a 315 AoE, stunning enemies for 2 seconds, dealing impact damage, continues to deal damage for every 1 second to enemy units and buildings for 6 seconds. Not bad on Centaur. Wait, what's the AoE on this? Like, how? Oh. That's so legit. Like, you don't even need a blink. He has 3 blinks on the one hero right now. All this movement. Oh, Slark has Apex? Oh, yeah, that's pretty broken. So, I still think this item's, like, crazy. Like, that's why he's doing so much, too. He's still got 66. Like, he could just single-handedly bring down the Centaur right now. And just a couple of minutes ago, that Centaur was unkillable. The Ex Machina. Very nice on Quap. On all items. Okay, it's not on abilities. Okay. And it's a 40-second cooldown.
Top tower is under attack.
What else do we got? I think that's it for neutrals. Nobody picking up the Ballista. That feels pretty good on Quap too, but you could also use it on the Oracle.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Still just keeping with the Philosopher's Stone. And actually, no, I'm not even paying attention to this because they're just taking tier 3 Slarkters doing so much damage. This is just stupid. Look at this. 21 permanent agi, and there's no stopping.
Dire's middle tower.
They don't have a fortified. Like, this is just over. Manoy can just focus into the tier 4s, doesn't even have to fight this. The rest of the team just making space, but Weaver dishing out a lot of damage as well. Manoy focusing down the Ancient. Is it gonna be enough? They've conned out the Weaver. Or no, it's the Venge. Actually got to swap out another nice play from the Venge, but it doesn't matter. Slark Manoy just wails into the Ancient and it's over. Oh, see, the problem with tier 5 items is that they're so, like, sure, it got the game to end, right? It got the game to end, but it just comes down to items at the end of the game. It comes down to neutral items that drop complete RNG. Like, I still don't know how to feel about that. It seemed like you didn't really get cheated out of a win there, but like it doesn't feel fair to just like lose to a Slark that finds an Apex. And again, it's not the percentage crease anymore, but 75 agi. Still, like, that's crazy. Anyways, we get to a 65, what was that, 65 minutes? Yep, 65-minute game to start Weekend Cup. That's only the first match. I believe the other team will play White Noise. Very close game to start, so looking forward to more. Stay tuned. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop the stream, and I'll start it again once Game 2 starts so that we can get separate VODs for each one. So, be right back.